Hi, my name is Michael Raginsky, and I'm an economist. This week on Econimides USA, Sahil, Kevin, Freddie, Econ, and I, Michael Raginsky, as your host with the most, your chief economist, as we analyze the malicious monopoly of College Board testing. And we can teach this AP test to take its mask off and reveal its treacherous insides.
I love school and I love economics. I cannot wait to take the AP economics test that I love so much to study for.
Whoa! Slow down there, young economics student. My name is Michael Raginsky and they call me the chief economist. I know a lot about economics. Speaking of the AP test, isn't it strange that there's only one company that regulates AP testing? College Board is so greedy, dude. And this reminds me of a monopoly. Isn't it unfair that they regulate all the tests?
Wow, Michael Israel Raginsky, you're very right. My consumer surplus is very low.
This right here is a perfect example of what College Board does to students. People complain and nothing is done. They are a complete monopoly. First, let my co-partner explain what a monopoly is. Please welcome Freddie Hayeck.
Hello, this is a monopoly graph. As we can see, the demand curve slopes downward and marginal revenue is less than the price. Because there's only one firm in the market, it is the market and it can set its own price. It still produces at the quantity where marginal cost equals marginal revenue, so it will produce here. If this were a perfect competitive market, it would produce the optimal quantity over here, where marginal revenue equals demand. But because monopolies produce less, they are inefficient and produce deadweight loss. And that is bad.
Next we have Kevin Huang. He is an AP student. I'm going to interview him. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Michael Israel Raginsky.
Kevin, what do you think about the AP exams?
Well, they are too expensive. They increased the price from $90 to $100 this year. However, I still paid for them because I spent a lot of time on the course and I want college credit. Even though College Board increased the price, they probably didn't lose that many customers and their total revenue increased.
Would you use the word price elastic to describe AP testing?
You mean price inelastic?
Yes, wow.
Okay, wow, that is the perfect word, price inelastic to describe AP testing. You are so smart, sir.
Thanks, mate. What else do you think?
Well, I also have very low surplus utility as a consumer. I'm willing to pay $110 for a college credit, maybe, but it costs $100. So my consumer surplus is $10.
Very interesting, young economics student. Wouldn't it suck if theoretically, if College Board charged each consumer exactly what they are willing to pay?
You mean perfect price discrimination?
Yeah!
That would suck!
Yeah, you would lose all of your consumer surplus, but at the same time, all the deadweight loss would be eliminated. Let's welcome our next mate, Andrew Econimides. He, out of all of us, is the most trusted, and he has won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1926 because of his last name has ECON in it. How awesome is that? Let's welcome Dr. Andrew Econimides.
Hello! AP testing has a positive externality. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Econ, for your expertise.
You're welcome, Michael Raginsky. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, back to Sahil Patel. Sahil is a young economics student. Sahil, please tell us about externalities.
Well, AP testing has a positive externality because when students take AP tests, it looks better for schools and secures more funding. Therefore, the school needs to subsidize AP testing for students. It would be a proper
Pigouvian subsidy.
This is the graph for a negative externality. Marginal private benefit is the benefit that each individual consumer gets. This is essentially a demand curve. However, because in this case, AP testing gives benefits to people other than the student, such as improved overall education, the benefit society gets is greater. This is represented by the marginal social benefit curve, where marginal social benefit and the supply curve intersect the socially optimal quantity. But the market quantity is where marginal private benefit and supply intersect, which is lower. This creates deadweight loss. This is bad.
We need to break the College Board's monopoly on advanced placement testing. It's going to be difficult. We need to know that. But I firmly believe it is quite indeed possible to delete this monopoly of a company, stomp it out. With the help of Dr. D, me, and my mates, we will work together to show you how to defeat this evil monopoly.
Time Force! Time Force! Power Rangers!
Another solution to this problem is competition. If other companies enter the lucrative advanced placement market, states and schools will be able to choose the products they prefer. They may choose College Board APs if they like it, but there should be a choice. There should be an alternative to AP testing. This alternative should be given to different high schools. This will create competition and destroy the monopoly. This competition has proved effective through the option of the SAT or the ACT, in which students have the choice of which test they could take based off testing preferences and pricing, thus creating some competition and turning it into an oligopoly at least. If we can do the same thing with AP tests, we can eliminate this monopoly in college credit exams, creating competition and price elasticity.
For all you guys out there, the difference between an oligopoly and monopoly is that to enter an oligopoly, there are less barriers and there's slightly more competition. Although the products are relatively the same, there's more options for consumers to decide, which is why an oligopoly is better than a monopoly. The consumers win.
We have to get in the position.
Join the fight to end the menace and monopoly of the College Board.
Yeah!
We're gonna be like something like, where did they go?
$100. So my consumer surplus is like $10. You go,
Would you use the word price elastic to describe AP
whoa,
testing?
price elastic? Dude, that's a perfect word to describe AP testing. You are so smart.
Very interesting young student. When it's something theoretically College Board.
Stop! Wait, I can't see.
So wrongly profiled. Turn on the light. I can't see.
No, stop. Hello. This is a Monopoly graph. Stop it, Michael, please.
Do you have to leave? Thanks, mate. What else do you think?
I don't like that at all. Don't do that.
The only solution to this problem
Crank that soul. Now what me? Crank that soul. Now what me? Crank that soul. Now what? Soldier boy, I finna it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that soul?